Hey, you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. A happy, blessed, prosperous Monday on this morning. Um, this morning, I am actually going to make a product that I haven't made in a while called Rafa. And I am making this product because I got an awesome review over this weekend. But I know everybody is at their own comfort level as far as posting reviews or what they're comfortable with saying or putting, over the internet. I'm a nurse, so nothing is TMI for me. I've seen a lot of stuff. Nothing phases, Mm, you know, it's life. People don't seem to understand that. And like I was explaining to the person that gave me the review or told me about the product, which I thank God that she did. There are people on this internet, no shade to anybody, but if people can get on here and talk about their private parts and name them and call them big this and big that and oh this and all this kind of stuff and tell so much personal stuff that, I mean, there's people be on here talking about the STIs they contract and got so many followers because people look at that and say, she's so real or he's so this, But it's at your comfort level as far as what you want to post or feel like saying. But I made a product called Rapha. And if anybody knows what Jehovah Rapha means, it means the Lord is my healer. And that's what I was led in my spirit to name the product when I got through making it. I had made them in little 1 ounce jars. And this product I had put in the flea market, Trader Bucks, when I was renting a spot there here in Indiana. And that's a lot of the those little 1 ounce jars. Some of them was being bought because I can look and see, the way they have it, set up, what's selling, what's not selling. And when I went to remove my spot I had there, because it was a lot of things that's also being taken because you don't have to be present. Like I said before, for your things to sell, you actually, pay for the space and they sell your product, because I work 12 and 16-hour days. So it's a little harder for me. But I did appreciate the experience. So like I said, you had some stuff being bought and some stuff being stolen. And I had a lot of that product that was being taken. There was people buying it, but it was a lot of it being taken too. But I was going to recreate that product this morning to put on the website. I wasn't going to make it again until it started selling on the website or I started getting purchases or reviews. But basically, to make a long story short, she was given some antibiotics for some other issue that was going on in her body. And as we know, most of us or some of us as women, that certain antibiotics cause yeast infections. And I really appreciate the review because she said that she was waiting on the prescription to be filled for the yeast infection, because it's such an aggravating, type feeling to have a yeast infection. She said she grabbed that Rafa salve and she wiped it straight on, from that area to the back of her backside. And she said instant relief. She say, I use it because I have allergies. She said she puts it here, under her nose. Her daughter has eczema and she uses it for that. And it's also effective. She say, but I took this cream. She said, I was, waiting for that prescription to be filled. And she said, couldn't wait for them to call her for that prescription to be filled. She tickled me so tough. But she said she wiped that cream there, in that area in instant relief. And I said, I hadn't even thought of that. But that's still skin and that's sensitive skin, So that was nice to hear. You know what I'm saying? That's not only that it, help for that area or what you needed it for such a time as that, but just other testimonies as to what she used it for. She said, I'm able to throw that little 1 ounce, bottle in my purse and take it everywhere with me. So I appreciated that review. But I'm going to remake this. I actually allow my oils for my Rafa to sit for no more than 4 weeks. I use hemp seed oil in my Rafa salve. I use sweet almond oil. I use green tea, actual tea leaf bags, and I let it ferment or sit for about 4 weeks. I use shea butter also in my Rafa healing salve. And what did I say? Hemp seed oil. I use let me check on my dog. I'll be right back. I'm sorry, y'all. He actually comes to the door and bark at me like he crazy when he wants to come back in. But I was saying I use hemp seed oil. I use jojoba oil. And I use sweet almond oil, shea butter, green tea. And I use calendula flowers or marigold, which is a good anti-inflammatory. So they sit for about 4 weeks, sealed, and shea butter. And we're gonna go ahead and make some of that today. I'll be right back once I get everything set up. So this is how it looks, you guys. This is the oils. This is the calendula with the green tea that has been sitting for over 4 weeks now. Here is my shea butter. I'm gonna put that inside of my bowl and I'm gonna zero out my scale and I am going to strain it. I want all my oil out here, you guys, because these oils are not cheap. You don't believe me? Look up that hemp seed oil and that sweet almond oil. That hemp seed is no joke, y'all. I want every drop. So I'll be back. We're gonna let this sit for a little bit, strain out as much oils as we can. This also has black seed in it. I forgot to mention that. So this has black seed oil in it as well as black seed. That's why I allow it to ferment for so long, to get all the benefits. And I'll be back. So this is my mixture. Once everything is strained, now once this melts down in my pot, I'm gonna go back with a smaller strainer and remove the rest of the calendula petals from this mixture. So I'm gonna melt this down, and I'm also gonna put in a half a cup of organic white beeswax. I'll be back. Okay, so while that is actually melting down for the next process, I am going to go ahead and empty out my jar from the old calendula, green tea, and the things that was in here. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this jar cleaned out and set up for the next batch to sit, and put the date on it so I'll know how long it's been sitting for the next batch of raw five to be made. I'll be back. Okay guys, so I'm back. Got my jar set up for the next batch. This is the black seed. It's the green tea. You see them in the bag. I'm gonna add my calendula. I usually do 2 handfuls like that. I'm gonna toss those. I'm gonna use my scale here. Zero it out. I'm gonna add just my almond oil over here. That's my almond oil. That's my jojoba oil. I end up using all of that. I need a couple more ounces of that. This is jojoba oil. Let me take the jojoba oil. This is my hemp seed. You notice hemp seed has a dark, very dark color. Very wonderful healing oil, hemp seed oil. And not only do I add the black seed, I add a little bit of black seed oil in there as well. And there you have it, guys. And this is the next for the next batch. This is gonna sit. And this is how I make my Rafa salve. Okay, we'll be back once the Rafa that's in here get through melting. I'll get it all put in a bowl and show you how it is melted down, and I'll go ahead and use a smaller strainer to get the smaller pieces of calendula left. So this is the Rafa melted down. It's now curing, you guys. A couple of days later, I'm just getting back to it. And 2 more ingredients that I had to add to this from the previous videos. This is the Rafa Healing Balm. Thank you. Bye. Redeem product.